bit of a relief, mate, to finally get it done?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been obviously been something we've thought long and hard about, and this decisions, yeah, it hasn't been an easy decision at all. So obviously a lot to think about, lot to process, especially from a personal point of view. But yeah, absolutely pumped. I mean,
what made it so difficult for you? Obviously Belinda as well. A few things to consider. Yeah,
a few things to consider from, as I said, a personal point of view. I mean, bringing up a child away from a home is going to be certainly a challenge for us, but one we're up for. And yeah, I mean, we've both got family back home, which we're leaving behind, and not leaving behind. We'll be without for a few more years still, but we both have unbelievable family, great support from them. But yeah, as I said, I'm pretty excited of what's to come, because the whole way along, as I've said, I've loved this footy club. I've grown up here since I was 18. They've helped me mature in a lot of ways and really define myself as a footballer. And yeah, this footy club means a lot to me, and the people in it.
Rory, was that hard to tell the family? Like, obviously they can come over and help out a fair bit, but you know, were they all on board with it in the end, I suppose? Yeah,
as I said, we've got unbelievable family, and unbelievable support from them, and they were all absolutely pumped for us, which we knew they would be. But yeah, absolutely, it was the toughest part of the whole process was calling the family. So yeah, we know they'll be there for us, but and as I said, that's purely what has made this decision so hard. Is to have them back there, and we'll be bringing up our own family here, which we are excited about, because there are a lot of things we do love about being here. And as I said, living in South Australia now for 10 years, I think my wife and I have adopted it pretty well as a couple that have come over from Melbourne, and whether that be living by the beach like we do, the wine regions, the surf, where we travel around here, we do love it, and that's again another reason why we stayed.
Rory, how do you get to that point where the love of the football club becomes stronger than the want to return home? Is it what you've been through with the team, or the prospect of where you could go in the next 5 years? How do you get to that point?
Yeah, well, so that's a big question, I suppose. So first part is making sure we feel comfortable that we're going to have support here. Which, as I said, is going to be a challenge for us, and one which the coach himself and many players and people inside our footy club have all put their hand up to make sure they'll help support us, which is the first big step, and our family's done that as well. So we know we're going to get some great support from our family. It's an hour flight from Melbourne, and we'll look to have them over on babysitting duties when we can as well. And the second part, 100%. I mean, 10 years here, and the last few years have been unbelievable. I love the direction this club's heading. This year's obviously been tough for a few different reasons, but my confidence never wavered in what we're capable of achieving in the next few years as well. And there's only one goal I've got in footy, and that's to get back where we were last year and go one step further.
And did you literally only make your decision in the last 24 hours, or how did the last week take pan out and come to this point?
Yeah, you go round in circles a few times. I think that's been us. It has been stressful, but yeah, it got to a stage where we were like, yep, we know we've got a few things in place that we can and people we can rely on, and we know the support's here, and we do love it here, and that's one of the most important things, is that Belinda and I are happy, and that's all I want as a husband, is to make sure my wife's happy, and then we've got a happy life. And again, we've been incredibly happy here for a long time.
It's pretty late in the season now. What was sort of the final factor to get the deal over the line?
To be comfortable, and to probably have that realisation that we are happy here, and we will get that support.
Don, all year your club's been so confident in terms of when you've been asked, it seemed like you just assumed that he would stay. What gave you that confidence that Rory would be here today?
Yeah, you never really assume, but I think the conversations we've had with Rory and Belinda through the last 6 months, and understanding that they're starting a family at the end of the year, which is for those who have been through it, is a change in your life, and that's why when he mentions the support, that's important as a footy club. We recognise that as a couple, footy's a priority, but having a family and starting it and being around family is equally as important. So the conversation we've had with Rory and Belinda has been how we actually can help in that space and manage that space. Never questioned his passion and love for the footy club and for the playing group, and so it was probably just working through that process. Confident, the quality of the individual makes me probably confident. Is that I know the quality of the guy I'm sitting next to, and that's why he's such an important part of our footy club, and that's why it's such fantastic news for the footy club to secure not only a great player, but a guy that, from a standards viewpoint and from a if you like, just from a moral viewpoint, brings so much to our group.
Was there ever a doubt in your mind, Dom, as the weeks ticked on?
Well, there's always doubt, because until you make a decision, there's always a chance it goes the other way. But to be honest with you, either way, if he'd decided he didn't want to be at the footy club, well, he's still going to be Rory Sloane. He's still going to be the same guy. Now, we're obviously grateful he's made that decision, but often there's a lot made of guys' decision to go to another club or to change direction in their life. Well, they're decisions people make in life. Now, we would support Rory either way. The beauty is we now get to support him for another 5 years as an elite player in the comp. I think my wife might end up with some babysitting duties over the time, which she's looking forward to. She's been talking about trying to adopt a child, so maybe she'll be able to help out with Sloane's young one. So, no, it's a great day for the club.
Don, you've made some great signings this season, and Rory's obviously one of the final big names that you've got. Just how much surety does that give the group, and a big tick clearly for the culture that you're trying to set it with?
Yeah, well, that's the direction we're trying to go in. I mean, as Rory mentioned, we've had some setbacks this year. We've had some challenges, but through that, it's important you keep focus on the big picture, and the big picture is always going to be the people, because the people create outcomes, and that's why we'll keep investing in people, and we'll keep investing in that to give us the best chance to get ultimately what he wants and what I want and what obviously all our members and fans want. Now, sometimes you've got to go through some setbacks to get there, and we're facing some of those challenges. And if I come on to this week, we've got another great challenge tomorrow night.
Rory, to be a one-club player, you're 34, I think. Hopefully, you can go on for another year or so. But one club player is a massive thing as well. It speaks to you. Rory, does that mean a bit as well?
Yeah, that's another little piece of it, I suppose. As I said, this club sort of shaped my football from a very young age, and I was lucky to come in with some absolute greats at the time that were able to lead me in the right direction. And that certainly does mean a lot. When kids get older, they can look back on the Adelaide Footy Club and know that Dad played there, so that'll be a great moment as well.
And has speculation about out-of-contract players got to ridiculous levels? You had it with Lynch, now with Rory. With other players as well, has that gone beyond tourism? Oh,
look, I think there's a natural fascination with player movement, and we're seeing a bit more player movement than we have in past years. I mean, I guess I always take a simplistic view of these things, which is the first point of call is to talk to the player about, are you happy at the footy club? Do you want to stay at the footy club? The footy club wants to recontract you, from a playing viewpoint and what you're adding to our group. So, you try and negotiate on the basis of the goodwill between the parties being there, that both parties are clearly wanting to engage and get a deal done. And sometimes the external creates a level of focus which gets in the way a little bit of that process. And I'm not speaking on behalf of Rory, but I reckon at times players will be going, where's that coming from? Why is that happening? So that speculation often doesn't help, because it creates some uncertainty between the parties who come together with the mutual interest of trying to get something done to basically allow the player to keep doing what he loves doing, which is play footy. So that's the landscape we operate in, though.
How aware of what your options were, or did you go down that path of knowing what other clubs may have shown interest before you made your decision?
Oh, you go